Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a match between Rogue and PartinG here on Triton, the latter edition from the Katowice qualifiers. Top left-hand corner is the blue Protoss player. It is PartinG. Let's switch that down below. And in the bottom right, we have the red Zerg player. It is Rogue. All right, man. Rogue versus PartinG here. Two classic players. Two incredibly elite players. Going at it for our entertainment and trying to win some money. Alrighty then. So, gateway expand here from PartinG. Yep, there's the gateway. And the probe scout is out. And Triton is a pretty short map here, so maybe, just maybe, the probe can block. Rogue's at 7. Oh, never mind. A 17 pool. A pool first here from Rogue. Not a 12 pool, just a 17 pool. And PartinG is going to scout it. So, you better wall off real quick here because Zerglings are going to be coming across here super darn fast. Before things start to happen, I'm just going to give it a plug for twitch.tv/Falcon Paladin. It is where I stream games like StarCraft 2, stream games like The Last of Us Part 2, stream games like Warcraft 3, X-Wing Alliance VODs are up there as well. If you're interested, if you're hyped for Squadrons, come watch me play X-Wing Alliance. It is the last time we had a Squadrons-type game on the market from 1999, and I think it holds up pretty well. I could be looking at it through nostalgia glasses, but check it out. If I'm not live, there are VODs out there. I highlight all my stuff. So if you're like, I wanted to watch Falcon play through The Last of Us Part 2, all the VODs are there, and they're not going anywhere. They're not going to expire. So come check it out. Come have a good time. And if you want to catch me live, I'm there, honestly, most days. At this stage, I'm streaming a lot, so come say hello. I'll say hello back, and Twitch is a good place to be. All right, so PartinG's like, hey, you want a third base, I bet. And Rogue's like, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna get speed and like queens and stuff. But get off my porch anyway, you darn probe. Adepts coming out, not walling off, because recognizing this pool, there's not a lot of lings coming in here. The probe saw to that. The probe recognized there weren't many coming down the ramp. It was a pool first play mainly to deal with early Protoss aggression, which PartinG is known for. So I think PartinG successfully kind of Jedi mind tricked Rogue into going pool first there when he didn't have to. I like it. It's a good move. So anyway, third base is coming down at about 230 inside his natural base for Rogue, so that doesn't hurt him too much. We got Ling checking to see if there's a quick third nexus because why not? It's PartinG. PartinG is a former world champion who went to the military, came back, and he has never quite achieved that again. Which, again, it's hard to repeat as world champion in a premier tournament, I'll tell you that much. I mean, if it's not BlizzCon, if it's not end of the year champion, are you really the world champion? I say if you win a premier tournament where everybody's invited, then you're world champion for a little bit. You hold the belt. And PartinG was there a long time ago, like years and years ago. So anyway, he's more known for his Twitch streams. He's more known for his aggressive, wacky styles. He's more known for taking on players like Innovation with two-base Warp Prism Blink Stalker craziness, which is honestly tons of fun. So PartinG is very fun, but you're not going to see him. I don't think you're going to see him win any of the GSLs or the World Championship in Katowice next year. Which that's how it's working, by the way. We're not actually going to have the StarCraft 2 Championship at BlizzCon, which it says some things about how Activision Blizzard feels about StarCraft, I think. Which is a huge bummer. Yeah. But anyway, it's going to be held in Katowice, Poland, which I think is kind of neat. I don't want to go, honestly. I've never been to a StarCraft Finals like championship before, so maybe I don't know. I'll save my pennies for the next 6 months or so, 7-8 months or so, and see if I can have enough money to get to Katowice, which there are some people who've said I can stay with them, so I won't have to pay for housing, which is cool. Anyway, what are we doing? An Immortal, some Sentries, an Adept, and a Stalker PartinG with his weird attack timings, man. Rogue saw it because he had Lings out on the map. He saw it coming, gave him time to prepare, which is so crucial. If something like this catches you by surprise, you just die, is the response to this. But no, he's making a bunch of Lings, like 20 Zerglings. He's got 28 of them. He's got a bunch of Queens. How many force fields do you have is the question of the day. The Ling's coming from the backside. The Queen's coming from the front side. The force fields are good along the front. These Lings are going to take down a couple Zealots, and the Warp Prism gets sniped down by the Queens from the low ground. Nice. Nice job. That Immortal's almost dead. Warp Prism gone. That hurts. Reinforcements are going to be slow now for PartinG. The Queens are chasing off creep. They will never catch. Dude, just get back onto the creep. They are. All right, smart. Smart stuff to see. Okay. I'm going to say, make an Overseer here? No, it doesn't really need one. See Zealots? These Zealots are supposed to be warped in at the front, man. Oh, get the Immortal. Got the Immortal. Wait, did he get the Immortal? He's trying. He's trying to get the Immortal, but no! Zealot sacrificed their lives. Overlord with speed comes in and sees really nothing of note. Did he catch the Twilight Council? He didn't catch the Twilight. I think that's the information he was going for, was for that Twilight Council. Didn't get it, unfortunately. What's that going to be for? Zealot legs, probably. I don't know if we're going to go blink here. Not many Stalkers to benefit from that upgrade, and by that I mean 0. Here at the front lines, more Zealots in production, so probably we'll watch it. We'll watch it for sure. Queen, Zergling, trying to get that surround. The force fields are good around the backside. The front side is pretty exposed. I would almost focus down the sentries here. Oh, the another Warp Prism saves that sentry from certain death. Down to 8 HP, still alive. But 3-basing Zerg versus a 2-basing Protoss. Zerg's going to be okay. And it is charged, by the way. There she blows. And it is a Dark Shrine, by the way. Whether that's for Archons or for DTs, who knows? It's PartinG. You really can't predict this guy. And that's what made him so dangerous back in the day. And makes him dangerous now. But, again, not someone I don't think he's going to win a world championship anytime soon, which is fine. Like, he's still one of the greatest players ever at StarCraft. He's on the short list, you know? Overlord. Cruising in. Oh, and Rogue, by the way, just ridiculously good at the game as well. Wings and Queens coming on in here. Trying to get that wraparound again. The force fields again. Fantastic. This is so good from PartinG. Look at this. Look how protected he is. No Ravagers. There are some Roaches on the way, so I think at this point he recognizes he needs Ravagers for this to work. To take down those force fields, because the force fields are causing major problems. This gives me flashbacks to before Ravagers existed, and force fields were stupid good for Protoss because Zerg had no way to deal with them at all until they had Ultralisks, which was so late back then. Anyway. I mean, so let's just talk about Rogue for a minute. I've been really hyping up PartinG, but Rogue won GSL in September of last year, and he won the WCS, or Global Finals in 2017. So, like, his resume is ridiculously good as well. So let's not, you know, let's not short Rogue some reputation here. He's been better more recently than PartinG has, and he's terrifying. Rogue, Dark, Serral, Raynor, I would say, are the 4 horsemen of Zerg right now. Just terrifying players. If you ever have to go against them, you're just hoping and praying that you get some lucky breaks, because otherwise it's going to be hard to beat them. That said, I will tell you, there have been games where those 4 players have lost on my channel to Protoss and Terran opponents in the last month. So, like, please don't think, it's a Serral, Raynor, Rogue, or Dart game. They're just going to win all of this. No, they will not. Changeling lifespan 4 seconds. They won't. I promise you. So, like, just watch them, man. Like this. PartinG's doing good work, man. He's keeping even in a lot of ways right now. Force fields. There you go. Force fields continuing to get tossed up. This is so many force fields out of PartinG. This is almost like an Immortal Sentry play, except it's one Immortal, so maybe that doesn't really count. It is some DTs. We saw them. Getting in there, killing 2 drones before they die. That's probably not worth it. Income was favoring PartinG for a brief couple minutes there, but now it's back into Rogue's side of the map just a little bit. Which, if you're a little bit ahead of the Protoss in economy, that's not good. You need to be more ahead than that if you're going to win this thing. And PartinG's 3rd base is going to help him pull ahead here overall in economy. And he's got a Robotics Bay coming in. What a great match this is. Seriously, these 2 guys, I love them so much. I can't really root for who I want to win here because I don't know who I want to win. Obviously, I main Zerg. I love the Zerg, but PartinG is so fun. I like to see him win with his weird timings and crazy strategies like this one. Who does this? Who goes Sentry Archon Immortal? Nobody does. This is not actually a build. but it's working. Rogue thought he didn't need Ravagers. He did. He's got a couple now. He's really not floating much money at all, which means he's playing well, parting a bit more of a bank here at 128 supply. What the heck just killed some drones? This DT wandered in there. This DT wandered into the third base. Get a Spore and a Spine, man. Just one. One Spore, one Spine will shut down that single, even double DT harassment really easily. Disruptors. We have not seen Ruptors versus Zerg in some time. Sometime. Hey, look, a big warping of Zealots inside the main base of Rogue. Roaches are handling this, though. This might be a pick up and get out of here style situation. Yes, as all the Zealots are going to die. They took some Roaches with them, though. Hang on, these guys got evacuated. Nicely done. Way to get out of there. Evolution Chamber coming in. This is a scrappy game. Do I need a scrappy game tag? The problem is, if it's scrappy for long enough that I just want to give it an epic tag, right? Like a 40-minute scrappy game just gets an epic tag. So that Zealot's sacrificial, so this Zealot can actually kill some more drones. And he does. He gets 2. Big old attempt trying to... Oh, these Roaches get force fielded in, and there just aren't enough damage dealers here to kill those. There. Oh, that's what that is. One Ravager down to the Nova. Rogue with the counterattack. Is it enough is the question as 2 more Ravagers die. I don't know, man. I don't know. Splitting against Novas is hard for Zerg. They are not that practiced at splitting, not like Terran is. Force fields getting wrecked here. I'm seeing more and more examples of Ravagers being used to kill force fields now than I did for the first 3 or 4 years that the Corrosive Bile was introduced in the game. It just feels like we're seeing it more for force fields against Protoss, whereas for a long time it was like, ooh, it does damage? We're going to do the damage thing, please. We don't actually want to just kill force fields with it. That doesn't count as doing damage. Although it does. Like, killing force fields is incredibly nice. Rogue just won't... I don't know about mashing in here, man. Yeah. Oh, 3 Roaches go down. And Rogue's like, I don't know if I like these disruptors very much. I'm going to go for a Lurker Den. Corrosive Biles, ooh, do hit a couple of them Stalkers, reducing the shields on those guys. High ground belongs to me, says Rogue. Don't try it, Anakin. Just kidding, now you have the high ground. Where the heck is Rogue's 4th? There it is, okay. So 4th base coming up. I needed one for some time. I think he thought he could kill PartinG, and then the Disruptors screwed up that entire plan. And now he has to come back and defend. This is, man, Disruptors game changers, yo. Game-changing unit in the hands of a master like PartinG is. Nova doesn't get anything, but does zone out. Oh, Roaches are just not fast enough. 3 more go down. The resources lost are 12,000 for Rogue and 8,000 for PartinG. This is pretty good. This is pretty good for him. Income favoring PartinG. Again, that 3-base to 3-base scenario. Really huge. This is such an intense micro situation right now. Ling's trying to jump on top of the units, but the Archons doing that splash damage. Nova, gosh, the Nova catches like 5 Roaches. What is happening right now? Ravagers. Corrosive Biles landing. Drones fighting at the 3rd base. That's not good. 20 drones have died. Army supply 77 to 57. Did PartinG just do this? He's cleaning up the Ravagers, and that's a good game. PartinG is your winner. Remember how I was like, Rogue is better now. He has more success in a more recent timeline. PartinG is good, but he's had his time. And then PartinG just took him down. Just took him down. Showed up with a weird timing attack, transitioned into Disruptors like a total boss. Income favoring him largely, like pretty heavily for the last 10 minutes of the 13-minute game, which is massive. Kills 37 drones. A lot of that was in the last desperate minute there for Rogue, so... But still, economically not happy. 63 Roaches died, which I think a lot of that was Disruptor hits. 14 Ravagers died. 157 Lings, 9 Queens. No Disruptors died at all in this game, which means I want to see how many kills the Disruptors have. That hit right there was the backbreaker, man. That was like 5 Roaches for 1 hit. 9 kills on that Ruptor. 2 kills on that Disruptor. This one's been doing all the work. 12 kills on that Disruptor. Incredible. Just stupid, incredible stuff. PartinG, so fun. Always watch PartinG games. That's what I have to say about that. Yeah, man, really, the biggest thing he lost today were Zealots. Lost 57 of them, and they're really just buffer anyway, right? They're just buffer for what's actually important, which are the Archons and the Stalkers and the Sentries, of which 6 of them did go down, but at the end of the game, we still had 5. That's a lot of Sentries from PartinG, man. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Well, all right. That right there is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a really great PartinG versus Hero game. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. And you take care of yourself.